I think it was uncalled for you. The guy's race is already ruined.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he's gonna make up any of that. And now you want to give him a 10-second penalty, but it could be worse. It could be Lewis getting a 5 grid penalty,
which
after DNFing. Like, it's so.
Yeah.
That's a whole other conversation too. It's like,
I mean, we can go into that because that's also fucking ridiculous.
it is ridiculous.
Right now is Charles sitting on the bank, sitting down, helmet off, just like really contemplating his life right now. Like, why is this happening to me?
I feel like he feels being a Ferrari is a curse because it's been nothing but disappointment for Charles since he's joined Ferrari.
Seeing him sit up there symbolized his time at Ferrari and just the bad luck he's been running into.
Not just this year, since joining the team.
It was sad. It's like, no, you guys fuck me every single time. I hate this. And I'm like,
there we go.
and we're back.
And we're back.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Summer break is over.
Summer break is over.
We are back.
Yes. It's nice to be back, honestly.
How was your summer? What did you do?
Absolutely
Everything that
nothing.
I did.
Nothing. We interviewed Sarah on the grid. That was awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't watched that yet, watch it. It was super, super fun.
Honestly.
She's super cool, high energy.
Oh, yeah.
She was awesome.
Shout out to Sarah on the grid.
Yeah, she was sick.
Probably the best educational F1 content out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of Sam Collins.
Yeah.
But, I mean.
A Sam Collins and Sarah on the Grid collab?
Oh.
Maybe. Who knows?
We said it here first.
Yeah, seriously.
I want some royalties on that.
Well, I mean, hey, it's the Dutch Grand Prix just happened.
Yes.
Summer break is over.
Summer break is over.
Back to the grind. As you can see, Matthew's not here for this one.
Yeah.
Miss you, Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew, it's weird not to have you here, but the show must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even before we even get into a race, some major news this summer got released, which we, all the speculation going on. We got confirmed Cadillac drivers.
Yeah. Was it really like a secret? Like, was it breaking news?
Yeah.
I think everyone kind of knew who was going to be the drivers.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really happy that we got Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez back. Yeah. And I'm really excited. Both veterans in the sport. That's exactly what Cadillac needs. So that way they could hit the ground running and just get into it. So hopefully their Ferrari engine next year is going to live up to its expectations. But for anybody that's wondering why Cadillac is not coming in with their own engines, it takes years and a lot of money to develop your own powertrain. So might as well just take it from another team. Oh, wait.
I thought Cadillac was coming with their own engine, but apparently.
No. They're going to be sourcing their powertrain from Ferrari, actually. Now, fact check me on that. Last I read, it could have changed, but I know Red Bull with Ford, they're going to be working towards, I mean, Red Bull kind of has its own powertrain, but it's technically a Honda, but you know, I think it's going to be transitioning to like a Ford powertrain, I think, in collaboration with what they currently have. Like, they're just Red Bull's own powertrain in a way. So, yeah, so Cadillac's coming in next year with the Ferrari engine, like Haas. Makes sense. It's, I guess, Haas is, well, we're going to have 2 American teams, which is going to be exciting. So,
like a true American team.
Like a
true American team.
American brand, all that. You could buy the cars, American.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. I mean, I think Formula One has, I think, historically been super, like, European and things like that. And I think recently, over maybe the past couple of years, has been making a big push in the States. So it's really exciting. Yeah. Hopefully you can get more people excited for the races and stuff. That'll be sweet. And
more money, because as you know, it is extremely expensive. We had a very interesting conversation with somebody that's, well, you know, deep in the industry and, you know, off the record, and they were expressing how expensive it could be just for any young driver to come in. So hopefully with Cadillac, more American team, more funding, you know, hopefully, you know.
Can't wait for that merch to drop.
Yeah.
Excited for Bottas. I'm excited for Sergio. I mean,
I am excited for that.
This is going to be this is going to be great. This is going to give Sergio an opportunity to redeem himself.
Absolutely.
Prove to these people that he belongs there. And Bottas he's just fun. And
he's
awesome.
great. Yeah, he is. And Sergio, the cool thing about Sergio is that he's raced with so many different teams. So like he comes from that background of helping teams develop their cars, so from the Force India team to, the Red Bull. So, I mean, he's, I feel like he's going to come with a lot of experience. And obviously Valtteri Bottas coming from the Mercedes. It's so funny. It's a team of their second drivers.
Yep.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting. So anyways, so, that's going to be exciting. Yeah. No principal yet announced from my understanding. So I wonder who that's going to be.
Well, this is going to be interesting. I say it almost every single episode. It's a clean slate for all of these drivers. I mean, everything is changing.
Everything.
And
I feel like the new regulations are really going to start to suit some of the old school drivers, like, Alonso, the Valtteri Bottas, the Hamiltons of the world, Sorry. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see, because I feel like anybody that's new to the sport has no idea how great of a driver Alonso is. Yeah. And I don't think this regulation, on top of that being with Aston Martin, is just not showing anything for him at all. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. So
we'll see.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Dutch Grand Prix. What a...
surprisingly crazy.
Yeah, I know. Roller coaster ride, I would say, honestly.
A lot of crazy shit has happened.
Yeah.
I was not expecting for it to be such an exciting race.
No.
There's just a lot to kind of cover on this particular race. Not so much from the driver's perspective, but just really FIA and how they kind of handle things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, let's just jump right into it.
Let's jump right into it. Let's start off with, practice. It seems like everybody was just kind of struggling. A lot of people were trying to get the graphs. This is across all three practices. Obviously, we had Hamilton spin out like twice, I believe. Turn 3 was Max
spun out too.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's funny when everybody sees Hamilton spin out and they're just like, oh, it's Hamilton. But then when Max does it or something, then it's just like, okay, like this track is tricky. It was a struggle for a lot of people to kind of get an understanding, because this track is the only track that has these banks, especially turn 3, which is fucking awesome. So, but we had Stroll crash, and then what is it? FP3 he crashed. And then his mechanics spend all night fixing the car, and then for him to crash again in Q3 of qualifying, I believe. So that I'm just gonna stay quiet.
I think that's on brand. So.
Yeah, it is on brand. Yeah. So let's start off with how you want to do this. You want to go based on?
We can go.
Kind of
go rip through practice and quali, and then kind of talk through it, but. I know for practice and quali, Lando was exceptionally quick.
Yeah.
It was really, really, really fast. It just sucks that he can't pull it when it matters.
Yeah. But he was fast during the race. And I feel like Lando, I've watched him race for quite some time now. And he, and as we've seen last year, and as we've seen earlier with some of the races, like he's very strategic about when he decides to attack, right? And he does tend to be a little bit more conservative when it comes to his recharging the battery, kind of building that up so that way he can start to go after Oscar. Because in the very beginning, he will kind of try, but then all right, cool, my tires aren't hot yet. Let me not go crazy right now. If I can't get him in the next couple of laps, let me just start to be a little bit more reserved. Let me charge up my batteries. I am driving in dirty air right now, so there's no point in me trying to go crazy, because then my tires are going to go out. So I've noticed that he tries to kind of be a little bit more reserved, but staying within a decent time with the Oscar. But then as the car starts to get lighter and as the battery starts to charge up more, you start to see him chip away. And chip away. Yeah, and he was fast. He was very fast. And I feel like, honestly, he could have caught up to Oscar. And, it would have been a nice battle to see. But
Yeah, well, you know how you avoid that? Just fucking come in P1. Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah,
just
that's
come in
true.
P1 for qualifying.
But it was by what, 12 thousandths
like
of a
12
second?
thousandths
So,
yeah,
and that was
something
both
crazy.
of them trying at the same. They did it twice in
Yeah.
qualifying by 12,000 of a second. So they were essentially
Yeah, pretty
exactly
even. Yeah.
the same. So, but yeah, so we had it was Oscar, Lando, Max, Hadjar, P4. Yeah.
Hadjar, I love him so much, man.
Yeah. I got a lot to say about Hadjar. I had my thoughts about the rookie of the year prior, but I think this race has really made me change my mind.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like he's the only other rookie to get a podium, and he's in a fucking he's an RB.
He's an RB, exactly.
So, like that tells me a lot, and he's consistently always in Q3. Like, I mean, maybe he's not like 3 to 4 like this race, but I mean, he's always coming in 7 points. Like, that's great. And I know we don't want to. I'm just gonna jump right into it with him because I know we don't necessarily want him to go to Red Bull, and it's something that we try and keep away. Like, stay away from like, hashtag, leave Hadjar alone.
Yeah, seriously.
But when you consider all of the changes that are happening, this might be the perfect time
maybe
for him to jump to Red Bull.
Because we still don't know who's going to be Max's second driver next year.
Right.
There's a lot of speculation. Yuki might not even be on the grid, which is going to be heartbreaking. But as Red Bull has, I feel like this year, Red Bull has been exposed. Like, full curtains open. We're finally seeing what's been going on. We're noticing that, kind of going back to what I've said prior, like Sergio Perez wasn't going crazy. He wasn't like it is the car, and the second seat has taken how many drivers already, right? So
it's claimed a lot.
It's claimed a lot.
You ever seen that meme of the Grim Reaper going door to door?
Yeah, exactly.
It's essentially just Red Bull going door to door, destroying drivers.
Exactly. There's so much that could happen. Hadjar, if I was his team, I would wait until 2027 to make any decisions because we don't know where Red Bull is going to be, especially with the Ford partnership and all that. And I believe Max is probably thinking the same thing. Wait until 2027 and make sure that I figure out what I'm going to do, whether he stays at Red Bull or not. But kind of going back to Hadjar, rookie of the year, no doubt about it. Yeah. I got to give him credit. He has been the most consistent. Unfortunately, we've had some situations with Kimi Antonelli, but I really feel like unless Kimi pulls something off by these last round of races and doesn't make mistakes, it is Hadjar ahead of Kimi Antonelli, I feel, right now. And especially the way Hadjar started in the beginning of the year to where he's at right now, it is progress. He is showing that he could keep his cool. Like he had, not only is he following Max, one of the most like dominant drivers ever to
stayed with him like a second.
And stayed with him. Exactly. But he also had George Russell right behind him. And, he had George Russell and Charles Leclerc. But, to be fair, George was worried about Charles. So, he kept his cool the whole entire time in the race. And I think he shout out to Hadjar. And if I was his team, just keep him at, RB for now and see where the regulations land. And hopefully, those conversations and movements will happen.
Yeah, I mean, so I was with you until this race happened.
Yeah.
Because, again, I think if we are going to move Hadjar, the time to move him is when everyone is trying to figure out the same situation all at the same time.
Exactly.
And no one has a leg up. I mean, obviously, Max is just talented, but he has an opportunity now to not drive the car that is currently kicking people out. He gets to drive a different car that no one has ever driven.
Yeah, exactly.
And he can kind of customize it and make it his own and get a feel for the car. And I think if it's the time to move him, it's now. Something that Sarah mentioned also, I think on the video that we did, she was like, maybe they can have him try a couple races and then bring him back to RB. Hopefully that's an option. But I say if they are going to move Hadjar to Red Bull, I think I might be okay with it just because of the regulation changes.
Yeah. So like do it now and then Oh, you mean like at the
I
end?
say
Oh,
finish
next year.
the season, leave him with Red Bull, leave him with RB.
Okay.
2026 comes, throw him in the car, and just everyone needs to learn. They can't penalize him for not performing.
Yeah.
Because everyone's getting used to the car. So this is the opportunity. He gets essentially a whole entire season to master the car that he's in without feeling any type of pressure, any type of like, there's no score or anything like that.
There's no comp.
Right.
To compare him to either.
Exactly.
Since everything is new.
Exactly. There's no downside and there's no expectations right now. The expectation is to just finish the car without crashing. Like cross the finish line without crashing. But
yeah,
I think it's a good opportunity. It's a good moment for him.
Interesting.
So, just thoughts.
Interesting. Well, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. Are you Hadjar go to Red Bull 2026 or are you hashtag leave Hadjar alone?
Yeah.
I'm staying RB.
All right. Yeah. I'm still kind of like hashtag leave Hadjar alone.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, shout out to him, man. He did great.
Yeah. And honestly, too, like, shout out to Max for doing, all things considered, he did really well and he went for it. I think the strategy was a little optimistic and ballsy for Red Bull to put him on softs in the very beginning. I think everybody was waiting on the rain to come, which, again, I think Aston Martin also, same thing. They were kind of like waiting on that. They pitted very early for some hards, but, Max, I love to see it. Like, everybody, like, he may not have been on pole during qualifying, but he's just, like, trailing right behind them, and he went turn one, straight into turn two. He literally almost went off the freaking, yeah, exactly. And he's just, that guy is just on a whole other fucking level, man.
He's in his own league. He's doing his own thing. He's like, you know what? Let me try and overtake from the outside. I got nothing to lose. On turn one.
Yeah, exactly. And in his home race, so it's the energy was crazy. Obviously, all you saw was orange, not for McLaren, but for Max too. No. So like shout out to Max Verstappen. He did really well as well. And again, like it was just, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Max is just a fucking beast. Max is just being Max. Yeah. So let's actually get straight into it. We had a lot of drama during this race, like literally a lot, and it was to my surprise because I was thinking that this was just going to be like McLaren 1-2 kind of situation.
It was for 98% of the race.
Yeah. But, I to be fair, like, Ferrari came in looking pretty decent. And I think watching, like, earlier, right, like, practice, Ferrari came into this in a quite of a dilemma, right? Do we continue to work on this car or do we decide to just pull back?
Yeah.
And focus on 2026. And I feel like all the upgrades and all the performance upgrades that we're seeing now are obviously from months ago development happening. And now we're starting to see the results of all of that. And they look pretty good. This outside of, the Lewis spinning, I think they look pretty promising. Like Lewis was ahead of Leclerc for, during the practice sessions. He did really well during qualifying, finally not struggling to get into Q2, Q1 either, not being fucking booted out Q3 either. Like it was really nice to see. And they looked like there was some progression there. So seeing them race was encouraging, especially being a Ferrari fan and as Lewis fan too, can't always gotta say that, right? So so for me it was like, okay, like I can't wait for Monza now, right? Like, okay, there's some, like they really are probably waiting to bring their best upgrades probably to, I don't even think they are, but the car itself, I feel like it was just a matter of finding the right setup for most people for this track. So it was good. I felt good about the race going into it with Ferrari, but of course, as we all know, you can never have a good day with Ferrari. and I mean, in a way, it's kind of like not their fault. So anyway, so let's jump into it. Lap 23 of the race. Lewis fucking crashes with a little. It started drizzling a little bit, and into turn 3, which has taken out a lot of drivers. Honestly, it's a very tricky corner to master. You know, there's a lot of people that ask like, hey, why not go in? You know, it's all about the momentum, speed in, and then you remember you're kind of riding that momentum up that damn bank.
Yeah.
So you're kind of at the mercy of like mastering that entry.
Yeah.
You know, so that way you can ride the bank outside and then kind of build that momentum back out. That's why most people take that outer corner, the outer like corner on turn 3. So it's very tricky. You know, we had Daniel Ricciardo crash. We had he broke his hand doing that. Yeah, and it's not a forgiving corner at all because there's no runoff. So if you don't do it correctly, you're going in a wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we saw that with Lewis, and I think a lot of that we were listening earlier. Like, I think a lot of that had to do with a mixture of the rain, a little bit of the rain, and I don't think people realize how sensitive the tires are to like different conditions. For example, going into one of the practices, Lewis slightly, one of his, I think the back left went into the grass just a tad bit, and the car spun.
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine just a part of the track that's not getting any, that's just being rained on. There's nobody driving over it, and there's like a little bit of water, and that whole momentum, I feel like kind of, and Lewis barely ever makes mistakes like that. So that was kind of heartbreaking to see.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's one of the only tracks with a bank. So
yeah,
I don't necessarily think they get to have as much practice on something like this.
Yeah.
It was definitely out of character for Lewis to crash like this. It was, he like clipped like something on his right, and then obviously those cars are so damn sensitive, they just obliterate.
Yeah. And I don't think people realize how fast they're going around there. Like, imagine going down the highway. The speed limit's like 65.
Yeah.
They're doing that turn.
Yeah.
Like, that speed. It's ridiculous. So it's like, that was the first safety car, right? And then, what else? We had another safety, unfortunately, come out. Well, we had virtual safeties, actually. We had some collisions with freaking Carlos Sainz and Lawson, which is a whole
fucking... He was pissed.
He was very angry, and rightfully so, because I feel like there's something there between Carlos and Lawson that's like they don't get along. I don't know, because he was furious.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like a racing incident, but apparently he got, what is it, a 5-second penalty, or
he got a 10-second penalty
for causing a collision. That's just ridiculous.
I think that's bullshit. To be honest with you, I think that was, if anything, a racing incident, but it was fucking Lawson's fault, I think, honestly. I don't know. He wasn't leaving his space, kind of like went into him, but I don't understand what the freak is going on with the stewards. No. And it's ridiculous because it's like, it is so inconsistent.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell how bad it is because Julian Palmer, one of the announcers,
shout out,
goes nuts on them. Yeah. He's like, there's no reason why they shouldn't be making a decision for, I guess, for the Charles and George Russell situation.
Yeah.
They couldn't make a decision. They would have to wait towards the end. Obviously, as we know, Charles didn't finish and George actually didn't really suffer from that, but
he got some damage.
Yeah, that's
true. He got some damage. So that's why they wanted swapped.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which also fucking Kimmy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I think it's super inconsistent, and maybe a part of that has to do with the fact that there's always different stewards every race. So it's like maybe the biases are not there, but like maybe there might be a case for having the same people that know how to like regulate or know good judgment, because that's such bullshit.
Yeah.
Like such bullshit. A 10-second penalty. Even Carlos was like, I want to speak to somebody. And they completely ignored his request to speak to somebody. They denied wanting to talk to him. It's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they need more cameras. I don't know what it is, but the stewards this year they've been really frustrating.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's a lot of different situations that happened that just kind of didn't make sense. I mean,
it's bullshit. Honestly, I'm calling it like it is. It was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I think it was uncalled for you. The guy's race is already ruined. Mm-hmm. There's no way he's gonna make up any of that, and now you want to give him a 10-second penalty. But it could be worse. It could be Lewis getting a 5 grid penalty,
which
after DNFing. Like, it's so... that's a whole other conversation, too. It's like...
I mean, we can go into that because that's also fucking ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. For him to get a 5-grid penalty at Monza.
Yeah. At a Ferrari home race. It's just a slap in the face. I mean, like, come on, guys. Yeah, it's just, you might as well. And then, like, you guys wait so long to issue out penalties. That shit happened in the beginning of the race for him speeding to the pit lanes. I believe that's what it was. Or going to, the grid. And it's just like, why not penalize him then?
Just issue him. Give him the 10-second, 5-second, whatever the case is. Keep the race moving. Don't let it impact the next race.
Yeah, you wait until after he DNFs. Like, come on. You're telling me right now there's no steward that doesn't like Lewis that was just like, fuck that guy. He DNF'd. I'm going to make his day even worse because we're in the Netherlands right now and I'm a Max fan. So, here you go.
Can they not issue like a 5-second penalty for the next race? Is that something that they can do?
I don't know.
Sarah on the grid, we need that.
Fact checked.
We need that.
Yeah. So we had a couple of I believe all in 3 safeties and two virtual safeties because of debris. There was one with I don't know if it was Bortoletto's front wing. That was it Bortoletto or Franco Colapinto. Somebody in their front wing kind of went off and Stroll went over it and they had to clear that out, I think, and there was a collision with obviously with Carlos Sainz and Lawson that somebody had to come in, but then we run into our second safety car, which calls by our boy Kimi Antonelli, and I think that comes from the lack of experience and the excitement that he's probably going because he's had a very good weekend, to be honest. He was, 200ths of a second away from George during qualifying. So he's probably coming off I'm excited. I want to show everybody. And again, that's just he's only 18.
Yeah.
Again, not trying to make excuses. It was 100% his fault for that. And he's made a couple of mistakes this race.
Yeah.
But he takes out Charles Leclerc. That was...
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All I can see right now is Charles sitting on the bank, sitting down, helmet off, just really contemplating his life right now. Why is this happening to me?
I feel like he feels being a Ferrari is a curse because it's been nothing but disappointment for Charles since he's joined Ferrari.
Seeing him sit up there symbolized his time at Ferrari and just the bad luck he's been running into.
Not just this year, since joining the team.
It was sad.
Yeah.
It was very sad.
I said this a couple of episodes ago, a while ago, actually. At what point does Charles take a step back and start thinking about other teams? And that will be a huge blow. And I think for Charles, whether he's saying it or not, I know he's thinking about next year. I know next year is going to be a huge factor in whether he stays at Ferrari or decides to leave. And if he decides to leave, what team does he go to?
I'm telling you, 2027, I feel we're going to see the wildest mix-up of people and teams ever. Just because of whatever happens, like you said, in 2026, everyone, okay, I can see where the cars are going. I can see where this is all going. I need to either jump ship or I need to kind of, anchor down and continue to do things.
And Charles wants to be a world champion, and I know he has it in him. And to give him the benefit of the doubt, most of the bullshit that happened to him was not his fault. That whole crash with Kimi Antonelli could have been prevented if they didn't pit him, but they decided to pit him. And then, which I get it under safety, I forget exactly why, the reasoning. I don't know if it was under virtual safety or something happened where they just wanted him to pit, and
it's also bad timing.
Is it? Also, but that's the fucking strategy. Yeah. You're the strategist. You're sitting there. You're looking at everybody, and you're figuring out when's a good time for me to pit, so that way we could get ahead, and that way we have the advantage. Where if I pit now, I'm gonna run into the back markers traffic there. Yeah. That is literally your job. And even Lewis Hamilton was saying it. He was attacking George. He couldn't. And his tires are going out. He's like, guys, we're going to have to undercut him. And he could have done it, but the whole incident happened for him. But it's just wild. So I don't know. I don't know what everybody thinks about Charles in Ferrari. We only know he's an Alfa Romeo before with Fred, and now he's with Ferrari, and it's just been nothing but disappointment for him. So I want to know, where would he go?
Yeah, what team do you want to see Charles?
Yeah, a huge plot twist. Where would it be? Aston Martin? Would it be Red Bull? That would be sick, actually. Red Bull?
Ooh, that might actually be crazy.
Well, Aston Martin?
No,
Red Bull? Charles Leclerc Red Bull would be nuts, honestly.
That'd be insane.
That'd be crazy. But anyway, so I feel for Charles.
Me too, man. That's my driver too.
Yeah,
I really feel for him.
Yeah, wearing the hat here. He's very talented. Unfortunately, he's just at the mercy of Ferrari, and I feel like it's just been nothing but bad luck. And I want to see him actually win more and actually have a shot to win a driver's championship.
Yeah.
And it's just been, we've had some nice highlights, Monaco, Monza, all those things, but it's just been quite a roller coaster ride for him. And again, I'm sure, I wouldn't be surprised if there's conversations happening behind closed doors. Of course
there is. It would be silly not to have them.
Exactly.
So I think it's just, as long as someone comes to the table with the right amount of commas and zeros, I think he'll make the move. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, and then going into kind of the Kimi Antonelli thing. So kind of going back into this weekend definitely showed his lack of experience. Obviously, but to give him the benefit out, he is a rookie. He wound up getting a 10-second penalty, but not only just a 10-second penalty, he got an additional 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And probably got a fine for that too, which is probably, a lot to him, but still 15-second penalty.
Yeah.
The stewards were just dishing out. It's just
having a blast.
Seriously. But again, it shows the inconsistency, because you're going to give Kimi Antonelli a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but then you wait to give Lewis one.
Yeah.
And then you want to place a 5-grid penalty.
Yep. And they were going to wait for George and Charles too, but obviously he crashed.
Do better.
So it doesn't matter.
Do better.
Send me an application.
I'll fucking make the judgment. I feel for Charles, man. It sucks,
It's gonna turn around for you, Charles.
And then he had to stay there the whole
I'm telling you, it symbolized his time at Ferrari, just overseeing what could be, just not being able to grasp what you want. It's just so symbolic. And I felt so bad for him. And they kept zooming in on him and filming him. And it was TV
he just
gold.
Had to sit there. He had to sit
for
there.
over 30 minutes. He had to wait until the race was over.
He had to wait until the race, which was really weird.
It was very strange.
And again, it's the rules just don't make any sense. Because he crashed on another side, and I gotta understand the safety aspect of things, but okay, but there's nowhere for him to go. So he's just gonna expect him to fucking sit there and wait the whole time. But then you guys want to give a 10-second penalty to Carlos Sainz for fucking nothing, and then Kimi Antonelli gets a 5-second for speeding, and then Lewis gets a 5-grid.
Yeah, this
penalty was just...
This race was insane.
Just so weird. It was just so inconsistent.
Yeah, well,
I'm happy other people are noticing it.
We'll see. We're going to have a magnifying glass on the stewards moving forward.
Yeah, seriously. I'm going to be looking at everybody.
Like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Hey.
Seriously. Oh, man. And then, okay, so now I want to talk about Lando and Oscar's performance, because I think... kind of going back to where we started with, Lando, I feel he could have caught up to Oscar, and I feel like he would have taken him. And I got a lot to say, honestly, but I'll let you kind of start.
What is there to say? It's sad to see.
It's
this
heartbreaking.
Technically, if everything goes normal, it's over. He has no chance to win this championship unless Oscar DNFs or screws up multiple times over the next couple of races.
I mean, Max could just put put Oscar into a wall.
Well, I mean, right. Monza's first turn is nuts.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
The chicane is nuts, so that's possible. So does Lando kind of play for that?
I feel like this is going to come down to the wire. And I hope it does. And I hope Lando comes out on top because there's so many fucking Lando haters out there for no apparent reason. And it's really frustrating to see.
This would be monumental for him to come back and win the championship.
Hell yeah.
This would be the story of a lifetime.
I'm Team Lando for the championship. I don't care what anybody says. I've been watching this kid fucking race for a couple of years already, and I've seen all the mistakes, and I get it. Like a lot of the stuff for sure it was his fault. Like in Canada, trying to there's no doubt about it. And I'll call a spade a spade. He that was completely his fault for sure. But to go out like that, an engine failure, which is kind of like what the hell's going on with Mercedes in this whole situation because they do have a Mercedes engine. It's just kind of weird, you know. I'm sure it got McLaren wondering, whoa, about next year, you know, because it's happened to Kimi Antonelli. It hasn't happened to George Russell yet, but who knows? It hasn't happened to Oscar yet.
That's a good point that those engines have been
They've been kind of shit for the past...
Do we know what engine that power unit that was for them?
Number-wise?
Number-wise?
Yeah. I don't know, but I do know
I'd be curious to know what number that was.
I do know that engine swaps typically happen in terms of what's within their allocated amount is usually happens right before Monza.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think really bad timing because he was catching up to Oscar. I do think a lot of people sleep on Lando and they just hate him for the fact that I guess he's just not really the underdog. Oscar really is because he's the new driver. But I don't know why there's just so much hate for Lando. It's really interesting to see. But don't sleep on him, man. I hope he comes back, and he will. And one thing I will say about Lando Norris is that when his back's up against the wall, he performs really well. And I know it, and it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of a critique to him as well because it's like, does your back always need to be up against the wall in order for you to do well? You know, like, are you gonna pull a fucking insane lap next week, this weekend coming up? You know, and then like pull out a pole position and just be out front. You know, I don't know, but
well, we saw it last year when it was him and Max fighting, and those were some damn good races, and he was aggressive and he was elbows out, which was fun to see. So maybe you're right. Maybe he does need this additional pressure, but the realist in me always voted or was pushing for Oscar. Oscar was going to win the championship just based off of his consistent.
He's super consistent.
Just staying up there, not making stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
But now things have changed because now we have an underdog because Lando immediately becomes the underdog.
He does.
So now
he has something
I'm all
to prove.
for an underdog comeback.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely. So, he comes from the fan favorite to being the hated one for some weird reason to everybody wanting him to lose to then all of a sudden now... Like, if he loses that way, it's heartbreaking and everybody agrees. But now, if he is like, all right, that's it. I'm going to fucking do this. Like, it's going to be... I am hoping that we have... I hope it comes down to Abu Dhabi, honestly.
That'll be
like a point-to-point. Maybe, like just something crazy needs to happen. Like, maybe not a Lewis Max situation, but... It would be so cool to see them both go at it. And then everybody's criticizing, the team principal and Zach Brown about, like, the favoritism. And I'm just like, guys, like, people are over-analyzing Zach Brown's reaction to Oscar winning, and then the camera's going to him, and then his smile goes away. Yeah. And then it's just like, guys, like, you have right now the best two drivers on the grid in terms of, like, where they're at in the standings. And you have to manage that somehow. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be 100%, I'm sure, deep down inside, Zach wants Lando to win.
Of course, he's been managing him for God knows how long.
He's been under him for a minute, so, yeah.
I mean, this would be the most amazing comeback.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even imagine what this would mean for Lando to pull this out.
Yeah.
But it's going to come down to the wire. Hopefully, again, things can change. Maybe Oscar's power unit goes out.
I know.
Who knows?
Wink, wink. Yeah, I don't know. That could happen. It could. You never know. Yeah. Like we
have some wild races coming up. I mean, Monza susceptible to some crashes.
Absolutely. As you saw in the F1 movie.
That's right. That's right.
That's funny. Fucking Parabolica. That turn is wild, by the way. Kimi actually crashed years ago. Was it last year, actually? Taking over George's car during one of the...
Oh, that's right. One of the practice.
One of the practice sessions. And that's cool, too. It's going to be Kimi's home race. So
that was actually his first, practice session.
Yeah. That's going to be cool.
Funny. Oh, that's right. Kimi's home... Wow, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah, exactly. So
we have actually someone who regularly goes to the bars...
Yeah, cool guy. Can't wait to.
Ronnie, I think his name is.
Yeah. Shout out
to Ronnie. He's actually at Monza, there for the race. So
his tag is red line on it. I think. Yeah. Red line Ron it.
Red line Ron it.
He needs to be radio check Ron it, but. Yeah. Shout out to our boy.
He's at Monza
cool guy.
now. I'm very curious to hear his story.
He's probably going nuts.
I bet.
Over there. I already seen some of his stories. Cool guy. Yeah. Cool guy. You guys should all follow, his content's really cool. Really funny. Good energy. Yeah, good energy for sure. So can't wait to have him on. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So anything else about McLaren Oscar situation? Before we jump into some other.
No, again, this is either going to be, put a, RIP to Lando for the championship, or this is going to open up an incredible once in a lifetime comeback experience, comeback for him. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So, a couple other things. Some honorary mentions. Okay. We had Williams, Alexander Albon outside. Carlos Sainz having such a horrible weekend, and it's really funny because Alex started P15, and I know he was furious. That guy, something about this year with Alex, man. He's been fucking on the radios, man. And I thought Max was the guy that curses a lot, but fucking Alex. Yeah, man. He curses like a fucking sailor. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I love it.
I love to see it.
He's just exactly. So we're from P15 to P5, surprisingly, somehow to pull that shit off. And then we, shout out to Haas, Ollie Behrman from the pit lane to P6.
Yeah.
And then we had Aston Martin as well as Stroll, both Stroll and Alonso in the points. And they looked really, really strong this weekend too. They were during the free practices, they were really up there behind a lot of the top players there. So that was really cool to see. Surprisingly, again, Stroll just somehow manages to get into points. I have no idea.
What was funny about watching Aston Martin, you'll hear everyone else's radio, and everyone else's radio is okay, Oscar, you got, this is lap 20, you just make sure to get ready, watch your tires, watch your temperature. Oscar's response is, yep, no problem, I got it. You hear Lando, hey, Lando, let's go catch Oscar. He's like, yep, I got it. Then you hear a radio from fucking to Alonso, and hold on, is this the one? No. Is this the one? Yeah, okay. So it's okay, Alonso, you have to pass this guy. And he's like, no, you guys fuck me every single time. I hate this. And I'm like, what is going on over there? It's either an old man screaming. He's just so upset and so angry. And past couple messages that I've heard from Alonso, he's really mean to these dudes. He's like, y'all gave me the worst strategy. You do this to me every single time. Yeah. I'm like, damn. But that was funny.
I wonder what the relationship is between Alonso and Stroll behind closed door, because
I don't think there is one.
I don't think there is one either.
I don't think I've ever seen one together. And you know how F1 does these little bits with the drivers and stuff like that? I never really see them together.
Do anything, yeah. I think a lot of that has to do with Alonso. Is just not here to fucking play. He's a very extremely talented driver.
Yeah.
Just probably dealing with.
That was really funny.
Yeah. God, that's hilarious.
You guys screw me every single time. Like, oh my God, Alonso, jeez.
We had George Russell with the collision with Leclerc somehow managed to kind of everything. This kind of goes back to what Matthew used to say. George Russell does nothing, points. Like, I don't know what exactly meant. It was really funny, but it's just like, does nothing, gets P3.
Yeah.
Does nothing, gets P4. Literally, George Russell's race was kind of super lucky, the result. He got P4, especially with everything that happened. So started what? He started P5, I believe. Yeah, so P5 ended up P4, and that's because Leclerc and Kimi Antonelli also were out. So that kind of obviously pushed him up, which is the reasoning why we had the top 10 was Piastri, Verstappen, Hadjar, Russell, Albon, Behrman, Stroll, Alonso, Tsunoda, and Ocon. So we had double points for Haas, double points for Aston Martin. We had double points for Red Bull. Finally, Tsunoda. Obviously, it's been a struggle, but thankfully. But we got a fucking RB up there, and obviously McLaren. But yeah, George. So what I was saying about George was that, his kind of everything that he was doing with the battle between him and Leclerc made me think about what Sarah was saying in the last interview about. You kind of need to find that gray area within the regulations. You need to be aggressive. And I think he's playing it too nice. He's Mr. Nice Guy. And I love George, honestly. A lot of people make fun of him for no reason.
You make fun of him a
lot. But I think, he's very talented, but he's just, too by the book. And I think, hopefully, he starts to realize, if Leclerc is trying to overtake him in that corner, like he did, fucking force him off the goddamn track. Who gives a shit? Figure it out later. You're driving way too clean. And then it backfires so bad for him. Yeah. He got damage for that, right? Close the fucking door on him, right? Max would have done that shit, And And I get it. He's a very clean driver, but hopefully, I'm hoping as next year we see a little bit more aggressive assertiveness from George Russell, because
it's going to be needed.
It's going to be needed. Yes, exactly.
Because everyone's going to try and try and be that person, and George, like you said, is kind of in this weird, very Manila type of driver where nothing goes wrong, nothing really goes good. It's just kind of he's just there, and I don't want him to just be a really expensive paperweight.
No, for sure. Absolutely.
I want him to show that he is aggressive, fucking get into an accident every once in a while.
Pull off a fucking Kimi Antonelli, man. At least, listen, shout out to Kimi, because he's pushing and he's trying and he's making this, but this is the best way for him to learn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even I was watching the post-race interview with Toto, and he even said it. He's just he's a rookie. He's pushing, and in a way, he kind of saw the positive, and he's like, Kimmy's fucking going for it.
Yeah, man.
He's going for it, and he fucked up, and he got a 15-second penalty, but he is trying, And I think we just need to see a little bit more assertiveness, aggressiveness coming from George, because I know he has it in him. He's very talented, and I know he has it in him. He's very quick. So it's just just tap into a little bit of that Verstappen in you,
Maybe Toto needs to, get on his ass.
Yeah, maybe.
Go, George, go. The pedal's on the right, George.
Get to the chopper. That's what he fucking talks.
Get to P1.
Yeah. Oh man, but guys, let us know, man. Honestly, let us know what your thoughts are about Lando, the hate that he gets. Let us know about George. Is he being too nice?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I am curious to see what people have to say exactly.
So I have a very strong opinion about it all, but I mean, I can't be the only one who thinks.
Yeah, seriously, man. Let us know if Kimi is just. In a way, it's is it too soon for him? He's not. Who's your rookie of the year so far? I mean, I feel like most people were rooting for Hadjar. he did well, especially starting off, man. He's been our boy since day one.
Since day one. I'm just claiming that right now.
Yeah,
so.
man. Spinning out during the formation lap in Australia to getting fucking podium.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
really happy for him.
I love that. Netflix, don't fuck that up, just saying. That's a great story.
Seriously.
I'm about to fucking start producing some Netflix shows here.
Shoot us a cut.
Oh man, so we have Piastri leading the championship by 34 points now. So it's a lot, you know.
That is a big gap.
I still believe there's a chance for Lando. I still believe it. I don't want to give up on Lando. He has a lot of talent, as we all know. So let's see what happens.
I mean, like I told you, things have changed. Like I thought I was pushing for Oscar because the race was so close. And now I gotta go for Lando now. Yeah. I have to see him pull this off. This would be something monumental.
It would be
insane to see this happen.
And Monza is the place to do it, you know, and I feel like we haven't had predictions in a while too, so I want to go into that. So
let's go through predictions because I think Lando's going to come. He's going to absolutely do. He has nothing to lose now. He's going to push. He's going to maybe a little bit of pressure now is off of his back. I think he's going to be absolutely dominant in the next couple races. But for Monza, I'm going to say P1 Lando. I'm going to say Oscar's going to have something happen. I don't think he's going to finish in the top 3. I think I'm going to see Charles Leclerc, P2, and then I'm going to see Max, P3.
These are race results or qualifying?
Everything.
Everything? Nice. Yeah. I'm predicting Lando P1 and taking the win. That will be quite a story. Come back from a DNF the race before.
Mm-hmm.
I do see Oscar. You can't every weekend Oscar. Oscar's always going to be out there. It's just like a guarantee. P2 and probably coming in P2 unless something crazy happens like Max landing on top of him or something like that. Now for P3, this is where it gets interesting. I do think we will see. I'm gonna throw a curveball. A Lewis Hamilton P3 would be fucking sick. You know. But
that'll be his first podium.
Yeah, but it's likely going to be Leclerc, honestly. But P3 Hamilton, but when he finish P3? Probably not.
Let's just rub.
Yeah, come on, man. We got a signed jersey by you. We have a hat signed by you too, man.
To see him.
Yeah,
on podium because there's a wild stat out there that he is now like the longest running Ferrari driver to not podium.
Yeah,
so
I mean
we need to get rid of that.
We do. I still believe in him, man. I still do, man. This season, I remember when we first talked about this shit, we were like, this is going to be fucking crazy, but it has been nothing. But it's far from it. Yeah. It's been a tough run, but you know what's kind of comforting? Despite all this shit, is that it's happening to both of them.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. I mean, yes, but it's sad.
It is sad. And I have a question for you, too, actually. I wanted to get your thoughts on. And this is also for everybody else, too. If you're Ferrari, what do? Do you continue to try to develop this car?
No.
What do you focus on?
No.
Yeah.
Develop 2026.
Yeah, focus all that time on 2026. I think it's already far gone.
Because it's too far gone.
It's too far gone at this point.
No one's expecting anything anymore.
Yeah. We're in the halfway of season 2, DNF's coming back from the break. Is not a good start to the other half of the season. Yeah. So I think Fred, anybody up in management, Leclerc, and Hamilton should just focus on 2026. And see where things go. But, yeah. So, thank you. I think that's
a wrap.
That's a good wrap for us. I think Monza next this weekend coming up. We got our boy Ron it. We're going to speak with him, see what his whole experience was. First time going to Italy, Monza. Cannot wait for that, too. And then hopefully we'll see you at a nearby bar. We're thinking about maybe doing another giveaway shortly, soon, sometime. At least one other one before the end of the year. Yeah. Who knows? Let us know what your thoughts are about the season so far. Comment, subscribe, please. We need more subscribers on YouTube.
If you have any questions on anything, races, how things work, FIA, stewards, anything like that.
Exactly.
Let us know. Happy to.
You have strong. We welcome all opinions, please.
Yeah.
The most controversial ones, if you have them, let us know. This is a what do they like to say? A safe place for everybody.
Safe space.
Yes, a safe space for everybody to express their opinion.
Unless you're Lance Stroll. I'm kidding.
I feel bad for him. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
See ya. Years.
Yeah.